Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. On the ground, it's Gibson. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground with the back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. To the air, it's Reed. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This defense, with its back to the wall, has been a wall. Now, 4th and goal. What do you think?
Well, if I'm the defense, shoot, I've stuffed you a couple times in a row. I've put that doubt in your head, so I want you to go for it. I'm going to get another stop.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC?
A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a man. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Did Beaver really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches at Patrol.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. Runs through a tackle. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Busser. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They just keep firing. Uncorks one. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Texas offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Makes his man miss. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Gives it on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. He'll try to do it himself. Past the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside. It's Concepcion. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Scanning the field, it's Reed. That's caught. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets them up on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and you know they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Texas! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. through the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Got it in the middle. It's Craver. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Rushes on him. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll turn and throw back right, a dangerous idea. Oh, he makes the play, it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defense makes a big play, and you could see the quarterback. Once he bought time, started to roll to his left, the defense all reacts, comes to that side of the field, breaks on the football. He couldn't put enough mustard on it because he was running to his left. Defense takes advantage, forces the interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Run game is good. Is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Pocket breaking down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. dropping back. It's Reed. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. At the 45 on his way.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
He'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And that's why this QB speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Concepcion. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Oh, he got loose. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback keeps it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Reed. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Finds his target down the middle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Moss. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Concepcion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Caught in the backfield, it's Bussey. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! How about this defense taking one back to the house? It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score. Make a big...
And don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets and making the big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to pass, it's Reed. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. He leaves it with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Wide open downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
They'll try the run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Might be calling a hot route. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Manning. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Quarterback keeper. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Power football with the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been...
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Quickly complete.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
The give on the inside. Got room to work. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got a little space. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas. And the pummeling has started. Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer. And now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ring. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Texas A&M going quickly.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches...
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Texas A&M back to work with another first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bussey. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he's got wheels. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He'll set up to throw. Looking to buy time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to...
Touchdown, Aggie! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like,
oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up end. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
Goes to the option. He breaks and tackles. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is lining it up for the Horns, and some old school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And to Defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Finds his man. It's Bussey. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moss.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires to the big fella. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not
turning it on. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.